Hello YouTube, welcome back. I'm going to make a short video of my ecto-1 here. Now I know this isn't necessarily a Halloween prop per se, but this was a prop that I specifically built for one of my Halloween displays. So to me, this is essentially one of my Halloween props because that's what inspired me to essentially build the car, was for a cemetery display that I did. The car originally started its life out as a 1972 Cadillac hearse with the 472 big block in it. My father originally purchased the car right about 18 years ago, and we would use it for our little Halloween displays. You know, we have it parked out by the road, put a skeleton in the front seat, have a casket in the back of it, put some black lights in it, you know, that kind of stuff. And at that time, obviously, it didn't look anything like this. It was an old, rusty, black, big, huge holes in it, you know, kind of, you know, creepy looking car. So it was perfect for that. Well, over the years, my dad finally decided he really didn't want the car anymore, and he was thinking about selling it. But I kind of talked him out of selling it. I told him, like, well, I'll take it. You know, I'd hate to see you get rid of the car. They're getting harder and harder to get a hold of, especially in running condition. And even with the body work I had to do, overall, the car is actually a pretty solid car. So it's kind of hard to find these cars in really good shape anymore. So I really hated to see him get rid of it. So I told him I'd take it. And at the time he asked me, he's like, well, what are you going to do with it? I was like, I have no clue. So I had it for a little while. And then I finally decided that I wanted to do a big cemetery display for kids to walk through. And I thought it'd be really cool to have the Ghostbusters there. So what my theme was is that the Ghostbusters were on standby to make sure that the ghost didn't follow the kids home. So after they walked through the whole display, then they walked through the section where they walked next to the car. And that had a mannequin dressed up as a Ghostbuster, and then I had like a Slimer that I made, and it was all on a motion sensor. So as soon as they walked past it, the motion sensor would kick all the lights on it, make it look like the Ghostbuster was catching Slimer. So that he was essentially catching the ghost, so it didn't follow the kids home. And essentially that was my theme for 2021. But now that I've gone through the introduction and the reasoning of the car, I want to get into just showing a lot of the details of the car, a lot of the stuff I did to this car. Obviously, I did a lot of body work to this car as far as fixing the whole roof. The roof had holes in it so big enough you could stick your arm through. So I had to do a lot of repair work. I essentially just glassed the whole roof, fiberglassed the whole thing, smoothed everything all out. I had holes in the bottoms of the doors I had to fix, holes along the wheel wells and the rear quarters I had to fix, which is pretty common, you know, for vehicles. They tend to, you know, get rusty and rot in those areas. I had some repair work to do on the tailgate area, like especially right below the window here. You know, obviously from, you know, moisture and rot and that kind of stuff. And then after all the body work, then the transformation started. One of the biggest things that I wanted to do to the car was the fins. After 59, they really didn't do the fins anymore. They did do a small fin in 60, but 59 was the last year that they did the large fins. And I was looking at it as, when I was originally starting this project, I wasn't planning on going to this extent. I was just going to just paint it white, put a logo on there, put a few lights on there, make a little roof rack, you know, and call it good. But now I was like, you know, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it right. I want to try to make this thing as authentic as I possibly can, outside of the fact that it's not a 59 millimeter. So the 59 fins were a must that had to be on this car. So these are all hand fabricated, wood as the main, you know, shape, then fiberglass, metal, reinforcement, then molded into the car. All the chrome here is actually exhaust pipe, cut, welded, shaped, polished out. This is all electrical conduit, all cut, polished, and shaped out. These taillights came from like one of those semi-truck chrome shop accessory companies that you pick up. A lot of stuff on the roof. The light bars are kind of half homemade, half real. I do have a couple burnt out bulbs here. But the lower half is wood, painted blue, so they kind of blend in. I had these extra blue lenses kind of hanging around, and I had some extra rotators hanging around from some previous light bars that, you know, I picked up that had no lenses, but had the rotators in them. A lot of the other stuff, like the bottles, are just PVC pipes. The pressure gauges are just PVC with trim, tire pressure gauge molded in there to make it look like an actual gauge, you know, that kind of stuff. This is drain pipe for mobile homes. Up there, that's just PVC pipe, kind of same with all that. That's all PVC. The rotopeller light is handmade. That's done with a little rotator light that I picked up from one of those auto parts stores. I do have a video of how I built that. The siren is just a housing, just a decorative housing. But I do have an electronic siren, so I have the noise, but this is all handmade. I do have a video of how I made that as well. I do have a second channel called Blue Dakota 80. I'm going to put the name in the description. That channel has the entire build and a lot of the stuff that I built for this car, and all the stuff that I did that's essentially handmade. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open up the doors, and I'm going to show you some of the details on the inside real fast. Now inside here I got the boxes. Now a lot of the stuff that I have built inside here is based off any pictures that I can find online, going on the movie, wait until they open the door, trying to pause it at the right moment, screenshotting, that kind of stuff. Other ecto-1 replica builders, stuff like that. So a lot of my stuff is based off the information that I could find. I have here obviously the gurney, which is all handmade. I got the 4 proton packs. These were bought from a store. I didn't make those. This is all set up to come out, so I can pull the gurney out. Has a set of legs to prop it up. And then on the other side, I have more electrical boxes. Like I said, these are all based off of just any kind of pictures, any kind of information that I could find online. Like I said, I have videos of pretty much how I built all this stuff. All this stuff is all just props. Nothing moves, nothing turns, nothing does anything. All it is strictly just for show. Little kids can sit right here on the step, get a picture, next to the electrical boxes and stuff like that. Then on the inside, I got, stuff based on what I found online for, the interior. I do have an electronic siren. I have it hooked to one of these little remotes here, so when I'm at a show, I can actually press this and make it go off for a couple seconds. Now what I have is I have an electronic siren back behind here, and then I just have, the housing is strictly just for the decoration aspect of it. But this is my ecto-1 build that I built for my 21 display, 2021. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to go ahead and do a little slideshow, just to kind of show a lot of the steps and stuff that I had to do to the car. So I hope you enjoy the slideshow I'm getting ready to show. All right, well, I hope you all enjoyed that slideshow and kind of saw a little bit of the making of the vehicle. This is the Ghostbuster saying, thanks for watching.